This video is to showcase the Titan Outdoors Santa Maria. I did not find videos on YouTube on this, so I wanted to talk about it and see if people are interested in it. There was one person that did have a review. Actually, it was not a review. He was using to cook in it. But this is a video showcasing this. First, I'll give you my input. This thing is built like a tank. The gauge is pretty good. It's very, very thick. The whole piece weighs a little over 300 pounds, and it comes unassembled. You have to assemble it. It's pretty straightforward. The bottom, you put all, this is all one piece. You put the wheels, the legs, and then this part here, the box where you start your fire. You need two people to mount it onto the base where the wheels are, because this sucker is pretty heavy. And I'll show you the inside of it. It has thick brick. The brick is probably about 1.25 inches roughly thick. And I have not used this. I have burnt it off, as you can see. I've as is recommended, burning off so that you can clean the grates and so on. And yes, the paint did start to peel because I'm guessing it's directly on the heat. Now I'll show you the insides of this. This is what the inside looks like. The doors. The paint on the door still has not peeled, which is good. And I hope that the exterior lasts, because the heat's not hitting it directly. At least the fire's not hitting it directly. This is the wheel. This is what you move to make the grates go up and down. I'll show you as slow as it goes. And it can go lower, but it won't because it's already touching the wood there. And then to just lock it in place, all you have to do is put this thing, lock it back in place like so, and there you go. I have not cooked on it yet. I'm about to. I'll do a quick review on my input for the cooking. Here's the back. Here's what the back looks like. Overall, I'm pretty pleased. I was hesitant to buy it because I thought that the cooking surface was not going to be big enough. It is big enough. We're about to find out what fits, how much meat I can fit in it. No pun intended. But yeah, I am starting my fire here, and I'll let you guys know whenever I start putting the meat on the grill and see how that goes. Oh, one thing to note, these do come with flashy chrome gold wheels. I think they're pretty nice. Some people might not like them, but I think it's a good addition. This is not something you see in a regular grill from the big box stores. One thing I forgot to mention is it has these 2 drawers to cache all the ash, so it's pretty convenient. Once you finish your cooking, all the ashes will come in here. Same thing, got 2 sides. You easily pull them out and clean your grill. These are the V grates that it comes with, stainless steel, and the pan, the oil pan. The only thing that doesn't make sense to me is it's very inconvenient if you want to take this tray off, because it's put together with these screws, one on each side. So if you want to take this off to clean it, you might have to unscrew both screws, and that's inconvenient. I was thinking maybe some kind of a small extension where the holes are larger than the screw, and then you could just pull it up and out. That's not the case. So I'm gonna be testing cleaning it with probably some paper towels and see how that goes. Any questions, feel free to leave in the comments. I might be putting, I'm going to be putting a link of where I purchased it from. It was on sale for $1,243, I think it was. But yeah, it's overall, the build on it, it's very sturdy, it's very heavy. I'm glad with the purchase. And let's see how our first cook goes. All right, so we got a nice decent fire going, as you can see. I'll open this up so you can check it out. Got a nice little fire going. The grates are nice and hot. This is what I am going to be cooking for the first time here. Some chicken thighs, 10 pieces, fairly large. See if they all fit here. And also some St. Louis style pork ribs. And as you can see, I cut them individually for two things. I tried them like that from a local, I bought them already sliced. Not these I cut myself. But previously, a local grocery store from near me was selling them like this. So I decided to buy them. I grilled them. And let me tell you, grilling these individually like this instead of smoking them, I usually smoke. They come out amazing. Just salt, pepper, garlic, grill them. Don't take the membrane off on the bottom. Leave it on. It gives it a extra little texture to it, and they come out juicy. Let me tell you. I'll show you the end result whenever I'm done cooking. So I'm about to throw these suckers in here. We'll see how that goes. This is a one-man show, so I am going to be putting pause and coming back once I have everything lined up here. And this is Texas, and it's a hot day today. It's like 100 something. So of course, some nice Texas beer for my cooking, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, quick update. It's been 20 minutes since I transferred everything from here to here, and yeah, I was able to fit everything. We got a fire going. Actually, I just added wood. I don't know if I needed to add a wood, but this is my first time using a Santa Maria. So maybe what I already had that's already burnt, maybe it would have been good enough for to last for the rest of the cook, but I'm not sure. Maybe I could have dropped the grates down. I didn't want to be messing with last minute fire, so I just added a log. The good thing about this Santa Maria is that you can raise this. As you can see, this is pretty elevated. I'd say about 8 inches from the fire. And I want to cook this slow. I don't want to cook this hot and fast. Meat comes out more tender when it's nice and slow. You can see there's already fat dripping down from the chicken. And apparently cooking with fire gives your food a different taste compared to when you're using a smoker or just I guess a heat source instead of direct fire, like in this case. So we'll find out. I'll be turning these here in a little bit. I forgot to mention the cooking area here is 23 by 19. But if you measure from the black part here, you're actually 24 and a half. So 24 and a half from end to end, and 19 inches from back to front. Any questions on this, feel free to leave comments. Again, this is my first time cooking on this thing, and also this is my first time posting a video. So yes, that's why I'm rusty. I'm actually a newbie. I've never done this. So any comments, any criticism, I'll take that so that I can learn from it and give you guys better content. See you shortly. All right, so I have not yet flipped these, but I want to take you guys around. See how the top's already starting to change color? I have not flipped these at all. So that means they are getting cooked pretty good from the bottom. And I am gonna start turning them. You can see the blood starting to come out, the juices starting to come out of the ribs, as you can see there. The chicken is starting to turn yellow, the skin at least. And we still have a nice log left. I think that should be enough for the rest of the cook, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop this down in case the fire starts to die out. And when you drop it down, well, of course, you get close to the heat and you should be able to finish the cook. I did want to show you guys the amount of fat that this thing has collected. Now, to me, the V grades was not a must. I actually preferred the rod style, but this one only comes with the V rods. So I'm good with them. Like I said, this here is not going to be convenient to clean because you have to unscrew this little oil fat pan. You got to unscrew it, take it off, and then dump it. And you got to remind to do that while the fat is still hot, because if it cools off, then I'm sure it's going to be harder to clean. The little side tables, I forgot to mention, these are very sturdy. These are also metal. And I'll come back while I flip these. Again, this is my first episode. This is a one-man show, so I have to one freehand only. So I'll come back as soon as I flip these. Also, again, one more thing that this thing is missing, it does not have a bottle opener. A nice bottle opener maybe here. I might be adding one on the side, not on the actual smoke box, but maybe on the legs. These are very thick metal legs, so I'm sure you can drill it out there and get one installed. This is a Titan Santa Maria grill. All right, I've given everything a flip, and look at that color. That just looks really, really nice. If you want to some in, bam, there you go. And hear those juices, just hear them. That sizzle. Oh yeah. Just look at that color. Fire's still going pretty good. Another quick update. So the cook is still going. You can start to see how juicy this chicken is gonna be. Look at all that. Look at all those juices. And I am also hoping for crispy skin on that chicken. Same thing with the pork ribs. A little crunch on the outside and juicy on the inside. Very nice color. I have not added any more wood to it. I actually, if you see, I lowered down the grates because the fire is starting to die out a little bit, but it's picking back up. I'm thinking because of the fat that's dripping. There's a current fire. I'm not gonna be adding any more logs. I'm just going to adjust the height if needed. But yeah, everything so far is looking pretty good. Now I'm gonna raise it up a little bit because the fire is too much. That's the beauty about these things. Also, one more thing I want to mention is the smell. The smell coming out of this thing, oh my gosh. It's like, you know what chicharrones are? Like fresh cooked chicharrones, which are pork grinds. Man, this thing smells delicious. When you're smoking, you get some smell out of the meat, but you get more of the wood. Here, you get all the smell of the, well, not all, because there's still wood, right? But you get a lot more meat smell. And here, the pork is what's overtaking or overpowering the smell. Everything's looking beautiful. By the way, I have not used charcoal wood here. What I ended up cooking with was post oak. So yeah, that's what we use here in Texas. This is looking lovely, guys. I can't wait to try this and to maybe cut up a piece of these and show you what the juices look like internally. If you see here, the bones are already starting to show. When you cook them grilled like these, you don't need for it to be fully exposed from both ends, kind of like when you're smoking it. This is a different style of cooking, and yeah, so far it's pretty good. All right, so we are in the last laps of this cook, if that is even a term, but as you can see, these have a very nice color. The juices are still dripping. I expect in the next 20 minutes or so, pulling everything off, let it rest for a little bit, and then sending you a clip how these look cut. And yeah, this was my review of the Santa Maria Titan Outdoors version. My fire is running low, and I'll open it up here so you can check it out. It's on this last. It's on the last of it. So I dropped my grill. Now my grill or my grate is about 4 inches from the fire, maybe 3.5. So that's the beauty with this thing. As you start to run out of fire, just lower it down, and the heat source is there. So yeah. All right, as you can see, we are at the end of the cook. The grates are as slow as they can be, and there's still a little bit of a heat coming through, as you can see. But overall, this came out, it looks like it came out pretty good. I have not tried this yet. Why don't we give these a try? Look at all the juices on here, the color. Let's try this one out. Look at that juice. Look at that juice. Try this. Try grilling just pork ribs on its own without smoking them. I mean, look at that. This thing here looks amazing. Let's try another one. Oh yeah. Look at that. Oh wow, this is hot. Now, let's look at the chicken. Look at the color on that chicken. And look at this. You hear that? Hear that crispiness. Look at that juicy chicken. Look at the juices on there. Now look at this one. Like I said, I'm not here to show off my meat like a lot of the YouTubers. Today, I was here to show off and to review the Santa Maria from Titan. And as you can see, these are my end results. Crispy and juicy chicken and crispy and juicy pork ribs. Till next time, guys. And always enjoy your barbecue with a nice cold beer.